Hi, I'm Kayla Uwakwe. I'm class of 2026 and I'm currently a junior. A personal experience that changed the trajectory of my life was dealing with my mom having a stroke. When I was in my last year of elementary school, my mom experienced one of the most traumatic injuries to her brain, which ultimately affected me, as I was just a child trying to still figure out what life in general was. I had to grow up early. This by itself changed my view of life because I didn't know what had happened. When we got the news that my mom had an internal explosion within her brain and she would be hospitalized for 7 months, it honestly felt like forever. And when she came home, she and I both had a lot to catch up on. Ultimately, I was her caregiver, which gave me a lot of time to talk to her, so I did not complain. This was one of many situations that prompted me to grow up so early in age. Because of this, I had to learn so many things, like how to properly care for someone, how to cook, how to clean, how to observe movements, and how to never judge one despite their situation. Conveniently, my mom used to work as a nurse. My mom taught me to never judge people for the state that they're in. This gave me the values to always look at people for who they can become. I also loved helping out. I felt that I built a strong connection when things started getting better for her. Then I realized I wanted to help others the exact way I helped my mom. No, not in a physical way, but with mental strength. Because of her stroke, it took a toll on her mental health. There were days she felt that she wasn't strong enough or she couldn't speak, so I had to advocate for her. But one thing she was always consistent with was her faith for Christ. This also encouraged me. Overall, I consider my mom to be a warrior, and to not succumb to the pain is what made me admire her even more. Through watching her grow, I wanted to change and grow as well. One of the most impactful community service that I'm proud to say I participated in was the riverfront trash pickup. Because of this experience, I found a new passion for exploring nature and enjoying the world around me. My passion for hiking, walking, sitting within nature stems from this community service. And now, since I drive to places, I just love listening to music and writing and looking at all the sights around me. One of my most well-known accomplishments was getting accepted to speak at the Avid Summer Institute in Dallas, Texas. I enjoyed this experience because I learned how to speak and communicate properly and learned how to manage my stress in front of 5,000 people. This event introduced me to some of the most wonderful people in my life, with whom I continue to keep in touch with and write to. I found that who I really am is noticed and that I have a talent for writing. I continue to receive comments regarding my piece. I view this experience as an essential turning point in my personal development, and it has resulted in numerous opportunities to share my work elsewhere. Mock trial is a crucial extracurricular activity that I have enjoyed throughout my journey. I discovered this my sophomore year and was so happy to be nominated for vice president. Mock trials shaped how I held myself. They forced me to deal with pressure and enunciate my words because I grew up with a lisp and a Nigerian accent. They also alleviated the stress of deciding whether this is the correct professional path for me. Because of my concerns, yet I always believe, and the confidence I get when I pray and read the Word of Christ gives me the courage to keep going and dedicate myself to everything I set my mind to. My post-secondary goal is to finish this program with my paralegal and get into Anderson or Charleston Southern and get my law degree at North Carolina Central for law school, since my grandpa went there. However, I am perplexed about whether I should stay in state or receive all my scholarships here. To get to my dreams, I want to pass senior year making all A's. While also trying my best on the SAT, I also want to retake the ACT. I will dedicate myself to my classes and be more involved in community. Overall, my accomplishments have made my early college experience great. I have grown and matured in many ways, and I plan to continue in my healing journey. I wish to improve in many areas. To do so, I must stay concentrated and, more importantly, look out for my well-being to be able to help others. That is the end of my video. Thank you and have a great one. Bye.